Why is the comment so big? What happened? Yeah, that's how we usually have it, isn't it? I think that's how we usually have it. Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. Make sure you guys are liking the video, make sure you guys are subscribing to the channel if you're yet to do so. Please, every single one of you guys right here, right now, please like and subscribe now. Today is a special stream, ladies and gentlemen. We're here to talk about two clubs specifically today. Two of the biggest clubs in England. That's who we're here to talk about. That's what we're here to talk about. We're here to talk about Liverpool Football Club. We're here to talk about Chelsea Football Club. So, big up to everyone locked in, whether watching this right now or on the replay. Please do hit the like button. Please subscribe. And joining me on the channel is someone I consider a brother, because you guys know I value relationships more than I value anything else with people, because it's all about over here. This guy's a brother to me. Even when he stopped doing content for a while, we were still in conversations privately. We were still speaking. You know, I absolutely love him as a brother. And he's joining me today. Just me and him. No one else. Talk about Liverpool. Talk about Chelsea. Man, like Guni is in the building. How doing, Guni, mate?
Yes, man. Hey, big up yourself. It's been so long since I've been on this channel and we've had a proper football chat, man. And people, trust me, I've been saying to Husam, it's too long. It's been way too long. So thank you very much for facilitating this, my bro. Big up every single one of you lot in the chat as well. I see some old faces. Is that Todd Miller? Don't lie. Yes. Yeah, that is Todd Miller. I see the face. Ross. Yeah, my memory is not as bad as what I thought, man. Damn. Yeah, so big up everybody, man. Big up everyone here.
Big up. That is Todd, but I don't know why over here on my channel specifically they got the @ thing. So it's like @ instead of names.
Yeah.
I think this happens on the terrace as well, and it happens like in different channels. I don't know. They're selective with it though. Not everyone has it. Like, but yeah, they have like the @ over here. So it's not Todd Miller. It's @Miller time. You get me? Big up to Todd Miller. Anyway, as my brother Redline is saying, guys, please do slap the like button. Yes, it's a YouTube thing. Ali, I tried to change it, but it ain't even me. It's not even me, bro. It's YouTube settings. I'm innocent. It has nothing to do with me. I promise you, I didn't change settings. I literally did nothing. It's just how YouTube acts over here. You get me? Big up to Judge Mo as well for the raid. As you walk in, close the live chat, hit the like button, because this show is going to be absolutely incredible. So, instead of talking about Chelsea, I want to get Guni's opinion on my club. I think that would be interesting as well to talk about, because you guys know, obviously, you guys watch my solo Liverpool streams. You guys see me talk about transfers and multiple different Liverpool-related information. You get me? So I want to get someone else's opinion, you know, a rival's opinion on Liverpool Football Club. So, Guni, I'm living your life from 2 years ago. I'm doing the Caicedo summer now. What have you made of that whole Liverpool situation right now? What do you think?
It's funny. It's funny you say that, but I'll elaborate as to why later on. But I just think the bottom line is this: you lot are doing a madness, and you're showing the rest of the league, you're showing the rest of the world what you are supposed to do when you win a league. Alex Ferguson said it many years ago. You don't rest on your laurels. You always strengthen, always aim to strengthen. Yeah, because the teams around you are not going to slow down. They're going to want to improve. They're going to want to catch you. You're going to have to stay ahead. And this season, looks like you're doing it well. And the thing is, I can see it's been thoroughly thought of. It's been very well planned, because I know the last couple of summers you haven't spent astronomically. But I think it's because in the back of the mind, they knew this time was coming. Obviously, transition period. Trent Alexander-Arnold, big player, has just left. He's gone to Real Madrid. You've got, you know, Van Dijk and Salah, who are coming towards the tail end of their careers. They can't play football forever. You can't cheat time. So I guess this was in mind. But the difference is that if this is a rebuild, this might be the fastest rebuild I would have ever seen. One of them. It's just ridiculous. You can't be. In fact, I say you can't, but you have. You've gone for Wirtz. You've got him 150 M's. Then you've gone for Ekitike. I didn't think you'd pay that price. I didn't think anyone would pay it. But fair enough. Like a big club who wants a player, you just paid the price tag. You went to get the player. Now it could be the same for Isak. So it's just looking crazy. It is looking absolutely.
What was your reaction to the Isak stuff? The same stuff that all the other rivals are saying. You know, like end the league. It's over if you get
You
him.
want
Like,
you want my honest opinion?
Yes.
I hit the side button on my phone and just threw it on my bed and walked off. I just walked out. What's there for me to do? What do you want me to? I can't do anything. I'm not going to give myself high blood pressure, because if I really focus on what's going on here, it's going to give me high blood pressure. It's going to get me upset. Because like I said, how are you going to have an attack of Isak, Salah, Ekitike, and then you've got, bro, listen.
Wirtz, someone on the left-hand side as well, possibly. It's mad. It's mad. Listen, the thing with my club is that like rivals always go like, Husam, how are you doing this? Brother, I don't even know. Like, you're asking me, like, bro, like, I'm not used to these type of transfer windows either. Like,
mad,
I'm not used to this life. I'm used to every summer going like, yo, FSG are frauds. We don't spend money. We need to spend money. You know, it's funny because he brought up Alex Ferguson. Steve, he said the same thing. Gerard actually did an interview and he said, you have to fix the roof when the sun is shining. He said it, like, you can't wait for it to be rain, snow, and you get me everything and then try to fix the roof. Try to fix while everything is going well. And we've actually spent money like mad, to be honest with you. And found some oil. Some people are saying there's oil below Anfield now. Like, it's just, that's the only explanation. Or we spent it on cryptocurrency or something. Like, I don't know.
When you win, this is what you get, man. Do you know what I mean? When you bring success, you get money. The money just comes with it. This is what we've been trying to tell our owners for the longest. Focus about winning, and all the revenue is going to follow. Then you can continue to have summers like what you're having right now, you know?
Yeah, yeah. By the way, today, Rio Gomoa, I moved. Listen, I know he came from the Chelsea, bro. This guy was cooking the crap out of the Milan right back today, getting past him and stuff. He actually had an unbelievable cameo today. I was calling him our Liverpool Lamine Yamal. He's actually so good as well. I won't even lie to you. Because I remember some people who watch the Chelsea academy were saying like they're annoyed that Rio is gone, but today I find out why, because the guy was cooking. To be honest with you,
he's a good player. He's a good player. There's a couple of words that I would like to call him, but I will not do that on your platform. But I think you understand how I feel about him going to your club on a free. However, we have some young up-and-coming stars of our own coming up that I would rather choose to focus on. I'm not going to choose violence today. I'm a new man. Yeah, this time,
I know they've been telling me about evil Saka and all that. They've been telling me about those guys.
This time I've taken away from YouTube. I've done some soul searching. I'm trying to calm things down. So now I'm looking at, all right, Rio's gone, Esteval's coming in. Yeah, let's see what this little young Brazilian can do, who's been cooking back home, and he scored a decent goal against us in the Club World Cup. All right, his performance. Let's see what he can do. Right, that's all I'm gonna have to say, because anything other than Rio looks like a very promising player is a lie, because he does. He looks like a very good player. I'm not gonna lie to you. But then that's Cobham for you. We're renowned for doing stuff like this. Yeah, we're just gonna produce another Rio. There's probably one there somewhere. Yeah, there's probably one there somewhere, and we'll bring him through this season. And the same story, but no, not the same story. This time we'll keep him. Yeah, we mean business this time. We're keeping.
I do want to come to the whole you mean business part, but just on Liverpool, do you think we're now favorites to win the league this season? Do you think that this is it?
Oh yeah.
Let's say the Isak thing, because I know you're on social media. By the way, guys, make sure you guys go follow Guni on Twitter. His Twitter is in the description. Just copy paste it, follow him on Twitter, because he isn't active right now on YouTube, but follow him on social media. You obviously seen Isak refuses to train. He's not gone to the tour either. So he's made it, and according to many credible sources, he's essentially going to hand in, or has handed in, a transfer request. So if Isak does end up at Liverpool, as been reported, do you think that's it? Like, we're going to win the league, basically?
I think without him, you're still favourites to win it. Because my principle anyway is you can never write off the current winners. You can never. They're always going to be there or thereabouts for the shout. That's how it's always been traditionally for me. But just even looking at the strength of your team and just the mentality in terms of just the winners, the mix of youth and experience that you've got at the moment, bro, for me, you're still favorites, and then going to get Isak, you know what I mean? Still makes you favorites. Still makes you favorites. I can't. And listen, people, I don't feel good saying none of this, but my thing is I've always been honest. I've always spoken the truth, no matter how much it hurts. But this is the situation that we're in. But I'm hoping. Obviously, we're gonna come on to Chelsea later. I'm not gonna jump the gun. But yeah, with or without Isak, your favorites for me.
The thing is with this like whole situation, I said I think we win the league with or without Isak. I said with Ekitike, we probably win the league as well. My only thing is like the Champions League. The Champions League is where someone of Isak's caliber might make a difference, because me and you both know, obviously, none of us are Arsenal fans. You've seen your club lift the UCL twice. I've seen my club lift the UCL 6 times. You get me? So obviously, European heritage exists. And sometimes away at Atletico Madrid, you might just get one chance. The entirety of the game, you're sat there, you're defending really well, you're keeping the ball really well. It's a tight game. Simeone is doing all the dirty antics on the sideline and shit. And all it's going to take is just one ball. And I, in the UEFA Champions League, want that ball to fall to Alexander Isak, because it makes me confident that I can win the game. And I've always been consistent about this. I've said multiple times, look, Champions League with Isak, I feel a lot more confident. League, even with Ekitike, we can win, because people seem to forget. We literally signed Florian effing Wirtz. Like people are acting like we just signed the random guy. I feel what the Chelsea fans felt 2 years ago. Hey, he said no to Bayern. He said no to City. He said no to Madrid. He said yes to us. It's mad, but it happened. It's reality. And Guni will know exactly what I mean with this. And I've always tried to explain this to the people, specifically my age, Guni's age, who's grown up watching a lot of football. Guys, German players don't say no to Bayern Munich. So when a German player says no to Bayern Munich, he means business. And even today, like in the first half, bro, he was unbelievable. Some of the passes, some of the touches, his creativity, like you could see, he is such a massive upgrade on Dominic Szoboszlai for me. Even though Szoboszlai scored today, but he was such an upgrade on Szoboszlai in terms of creativity, at least. So that's what I'll say.
Yeah, top player. I mean, he was part of the invincible team that won the Bundesliga, right?
Yes, yeah, with Liverpool,
and not just part of it. He was a key function in that team. So, you know, you've gone for an elite talent, in my honest opinion. I mean, no team would be disappointed signing a Wirtz. I mean, he wouldn't be out of place at Real Madrid or Barcelona or whatever, and that's the level of quality that you've signed. I mean, look, I imagine for neutrals, it's very exciting to see players like this come to the Premier League. But then for supporters like myself, it's also like, damn, these guys, they're just getting stronger. But, you know, we can't worry about that too much. We've got to worry about what we're doing. We've got to improve, you know. But shit, Liverpool, you lot mean business. Not going to lie. This is, I don't think in my lifetime I've ever seen a window like this from you, ever. I don't think.
I haven't seen it either. The only time where I was like, whoa, was when we signed Thiago Alcantara. 2 players made me go like, whoa, when we signed them. Thiago Alcantara and Fernando Torres. Those were the 2 growing up that I'm like, and those, like, look how far apart they were as well. But the fact, and I actually said this on a show on Friday, and I'll say it to you now. If Liverpool do sign Isak and Liverpool do sign Guehi, let's say Liverpool now sign Isak and Guehi, right? I think this is the greatest transfer window in Premier League history.
Woof, that's a big statement.
But deep who did it, and deep who we signed. Kerkez, Frimpong, Mark Guehi if he comes through the door, Wirtz, Ekitike, Isak. Come on.
Hold on though. Would it be fair to say that if you haven't won the league though? Because I can then turn around and say to you then, that summer that we signed Fabregas, Costa, I'm sorry, my head's gone. The brother from Atletico Madrid, we won the league with those players. Do you know what I'm saying? And
Morata, you mean? No.
It was Fabregas, Diego Costa. We done our business early that season, and we won the league early that season. But what I'm saying, basically, look, what I'm basically trying to say is that should you call it that should you call it that when you win the league, or do you want to just? Is that just
no? I'm saying straight up. If I'm looking at the window by itself,
Felipe Luis, that's it.
Felipe Luis. If I'm
Yeah.
looking at just the window by itself as a transfer window, I don't think if we look back in Premier League history, we can find a better transfer window. Deep this, Kirk has one of the best, if not the best, left back in the league last season. Okay. Frimpong, fair enough. That's a downgrade on Trent. I've always admitted that, but still good right back. Wirtz, Isak, best striker in the league, some might argue. Ekitike. And Mark Gahey, captain of Crystal Palace, who won them their first trophy in their history. Like, low-key, when you think about it, can we name a better transfer window? I hear what you're saying, because obviously you have to wait to like see what the fruits are of this transfer window, of course.
That's my point.
But in terms of just looking at it from a window perspective, I don't know if we can.
Okay, so in terms of in terms of strength and addressing key areas that you need to address, strength 10 out of 10, 100%. Key areas that you need to address, I will ask you to answer that honestly for me, because my in-depth knowledge of Liverpool is not like yours. Do you feel this window has addressed key areas, or do you feel that there are still areas
Isak
that
and Gahey, yes, 100%.
If Isak and who?
Gahey, Mark Gahey.
Okay, so now this is why, right? And remember, the window's not closed, because that's a big factor for me. Because for it to be the greatest window, it also has to solve the problems that pre-existed. So you have to address all of your issues to complete what should be your squad for me to be able to say, yeah, you know what? Definitively, this is it. This is the window. So far, you're on an 8.5 out of 10. You see, for you to get that undoubtable 10 out of 10, I want you to come to me at the end of the season and say, we've signed, we've got rid of players that we needed to get rid of course. But then we've also addressed the areas that's
another thing, because Diaz and Nunes are out the window as well. Remember
so that's a bonus. So now for you need to say with chest, all the areas that needed to be addressed have been addressed, and they've all been addressed with high quality, which no doubt you will. I mean, look at
if we sign Isak and Gahey, we have 100% addressed everything we need to address. 100%.
Then that's a conversation.
There is nothing left. We literally signed one of the best left backs in the league, the best striker in the league, best 10 in the Bundesliga. Like, what more can we do? So we've done, even as a matter of fact, even the positions that we didn't even need that much, we still addressed. Like, we addressed a number 10 when any Liverpool fan would tell you like that it isn't that much of a priority. You get what I'm saying? Like, that's the thing I'll say. So yeah, like even from a number 10 perspective, I would have said it's not really that much of a priority.
Like in comparison to like a striker and a centre back, I can imagine. Yeah, it will probably be second to those two.
Yeah, but like Solskjaer can be upgraded on, but he ain't bad. You know, he's not amazing, but he ain't bad. He's a good player.
He's useful to have in your squad, and you need players like that.
100%.
Every title winning team or top team has players that are not outstanding, world class, but you put them in a team environment, they serve their purpose. They can be just as important as your top players sometimes.
100%. Exactly. He's our gala dog. You get me? That's who he is. Serves the purpose in the team.
It's like Tosin for us. They call him Uncle Tosin, but you can actually
like Tosin, you know.
Yeah, you can see the level of respect the players that they have for him. That's why I don't want to see him go. It's not really so much based on whether he's got the ability or whatever. It's more than that. But anyway, like we said, Chelsea will come later. Let me not get too excited and jump too far ahead.
Have you been impressed with because that's the question I have to ask you, and it would be wrong of me to not ask you. When we first started working with each other, we had this debate. I want to open up the can of worms.
Refresh my memory. Go ahead.
Yes, I will refresh your memory. There is a transfer we made in 2017. He used to be a player for you, right winger. This season, Golden Boot winner, Playmaker Award winner as well, Egyptian King. Has he surpassed your Belgian boy? Be honest.
Has he surpassed who? Eden?
Yes. I remember we had this debate when we first spoke. God. This is the final thing I want to talk about when it comes to Liverpool.
I'm going to tell you with chest, no. Eden has listen. Before you give me a rebuttal, Salah is a GOAT, 110%. My standpoint comes purely from this, and I think you can agree with me. I genuinely am a person who does not overly look at GA. I look beyond GA. I am a technique merchant. I love to see football played in a certain way. Yeah, for me, GA is not the most important thing. How you affect a team, how you play, what your skill with the ball at your feet. These are things that make me rate a player. If you want to tell me, if you was to ask me in a system who would work better or who even had the better career, then you're gonna say Salah, of course. The goals that he scores, he's an output machine, absolute output machine. But for me, Eden Hazard, he's just a maverick. He's just a maverick. And it comes down to, what do you prefer to see in football? Are you a person that likes to see goal machines, output machines? If so, that's okay. Or are you a bit of a technique?
So would you take Gerrard over Lampard then?
But I didn't think that Gerrard was better than Lampard anyway. So
oh my God, if you're talking about technique and ability, no, listen. What you're not gonna do is win both debates. I'm telling you right now, if you are gonna tell me based on ability for Hazard, you have to keep the same energy. As a matter of fact, I can argue ability matters even more in midfield. Have some shame. How can you sit here and give us a whole monologue? Man gave a whole monologue about ability, and then I ask him Gerrard and Lampard. He's like, oh yeah, I've never thought Gerrard's better than Lampard anyway. Say it. Say it with your chest. Right now, if you bring up Lampard goals, you lose. I'm telling you right now, you lose right here, right now.
Oh, I've been checkmated so bad. And the thing is everyone in the chat is checkmating me as well.
Everyone is.
Why do you do this to me? Why do you do this to me?
A question with a question. Guni asked me when we were talking about the transfers. He was like, say it with your chest. Are you going to win the league? Have you addressed everything? I'm like, yes, we're going to win the league. We've addressed everything. Say it with your chest, Guni. Having it out in a tank top is not enough. You get me? You have to say it with your chest. So Hazard's better than Salah based on ability. No problem. So Gerrard's better than Lampard then.
Before I answer that question, hold on. Just give me. I'm allowed to think. I'm allowed to recollect because I can't. Honestly, I can't definitively say yes. I can't do it. I just can't. I know I'm a hypocrite. I know I'm a hypocrite. You can call me whatever you want, chat. I just can't do it. I cannot do it.
Other than goal scoring, what does Lampard do better than Gerrard?
Bro, oh come on, man. Lamp's hard. Lamp's had everything. Let's not lie.
Really? But Gerrard had everything.
Lamps could I know, but Lamps could also assist at a very, very high level. Yeah, I was at the bridge when Lamps played that pass to.
I thought you don't care about GA. Why you bring up assists?
Yeah. No, but you're saying to compare the players. So I have to now start looking at attributes, though, right? I do.
Okay, you want to go attribute for attribute? Who defends better, Gerrard or Lampard? Because he's a midfielder.
Yeah, of course. Gerrard. It's Gerrard, naturally, of course. Yeah.
Who's a better passer? Don't you dare. The level of disrespect you're showing to the beautiful game. Don't you dare disrespect Gerrard's passes. Allow it. Come on.
All right. If it's Gerrard, it's not by much. And that's honest.
Okay, even if it's not by much, we have to say Gerrard on this one.
Because honestly, I think Lampard's goal scoring has overshadowed so many other good attributes that he's got as well. I honestly do feel
Make no mistake, if we had a United fan on the show with us and he tried to bring up Paul Scholes, I'd laugh in his face. I think Gerrard and Lampard both are clear of Scholes. I think Scholes is not even a top 10 Premier League midfielder of all time.
Ooh,
yes, sir. I fully believe that shit, by the way.
I'll give you another one. I don't think he was better than Yaya Toure, but anyway. That's
First of all, don't say it like that's a crazy opinion. This channel has heard me say a lot of things. I think Scholes is just the ginger Jorginho. Genuinely.
I will not go that far. I will not.
Listen, all Scholes does is just dictate tempo, pass left, pass right. What the hell else does he do on the football pitch, bro? Listen, don't bring me fake quotes. Xavi said this. Show me any video evidence of any of the bullshit quotes. Let me tell you exactly what happened, Guni, okay? Me and you grew up in an era where we used to play football on the playgrounds. When we were growing up, every day the debate was who's better, Gerrard or Lampard. United fans felt jealous. They wanted to get involved. So they brought Scholes to the table. Scholes ain't even better than Roy Keane. Convince me Scholes is better than Roy Keane right now. You can't. He ain't. He's not better than Roy Keane. Oh my God, Scholes, look at him. They used to call him Sat-Nav in training. Who gives a fuck? Who gives a fuck? Imagine Scholes trying to do what Gerrard did in Istanbul. Imagine Scholes scoring as many goals as Lampard did. Both he cannot do. You get me? The thing is, the reason why I brought up this argument is because I know Guni was going to bottle it. And he bottled it. And he knows he bottled this as well. If you want to talk about ability, everyone in the chat knows probably the most complete Premier League midfielder we've ever seen is Stevie, because he can actually do everything at an 8 or a 9 out of 10 level. He's very versatile as well, can play anywhere on the pitch other than goalkeeper. So listen, I'll speak for Guni without him speaking. He says Hazard is better than Salah because of ability. I promise you, in his mind, he's probably thinking, you want to know something? If you want to keep it consistent, it has to be Gerrard over Lampard as well. But anyway, I don't want to. You get me? It's not my favorite topic, Jenny. I just refuse to have people lie on the bullshit that I saw. Trying to act like Scholes is on the level of Lampard or Gerrard is just total bullshit, man. Hey, Scholes just pass left, pass right, 90% of the games, did nothing special at all. He couldn't defend to save his life. By the way, Lampard at the end of his career was part of a double pivot. Lampard can defend. Scholes is even worse than Lampard at defending. People don't know this.
He used to get booked every game. It was a yellow every game with Scholes.
Yeah, exactly. That's the thing. For me, I think David Silva's better than him. I think Lampard, Gerrard, of course, better than him. I think Yaya Toure is better than him. Cesc Fabregas is better than him. Kevin De Bruyne is better than him. Yaya Toure is better than him. N'Golo Kante is better than him. I could go on. I can name all midfielders that I think were better.
Yo, United fans must want your head on a stick. I'm not gonna lie.
Hey, I argued this with him inside.
They must want your head on a stick.
And guess what? His peers at the time thought the same thing. Paul Scholes has not even had a top 10 Ballon d'Or vote ever. Top 20, he's never had it. Top 30, he's never had it. And back then, the Ballon d'Or actually had a meaning because a lot of different players won it.
That's true.
And on top of this, he never made the World 11.
But bro, listen. All right, you see now with that, yeah, we've also got to look. Let's be fair and look at the peers that were around him, bro. Let's look at the peers that are around him. We came through the eras of your Zidanes, of some of your best players that we've ever seen.
Lampard finished second. Gerrard finished third.
Good fucking point, actually. Yeah, that's a good
point. Levels.
No excuse. Scholes, what happened? That's a very good point. I ain't gonna lie. I like this. This is a very truthful agenda for me to use against the United fans. Definitely.
Oh, 100%.
You taught me something new today.
Please use it. Please listen. Scholes' individual awards page is an embarrassment. Like, no one can convince me he's on Gerrard or Lampard's level. If you're gonna talk about trophies and shit, and you want to use that logic, then no one's going to sit up here and claim that Carrick is better than De Bruyne because he won more Premier League. So allow it. Anyway, let me grab these supers before we move on, talk about the Chelsea, ladies and gentlemen. Make sure guys are liking the video. Make sure guys are subscribing. Why do you think Slot played random lineups versus Milan today? Because it's fucking pre-season. The year where we won the league, we lost pre-season games. The year we won the Champions League, we lost pre-season games. No one cares about results in pre-season. Literally no one. It's going to be a combination of the team in the first half with the team in the second half. So, of course, no one cares about the result. You want to know what preseason is about? Fitness. If Rodri gains form, then City with Don Pep will walk the league. Listen, I respect City. You ain't going to ever hear me disrespect City, but I don't think anyone is walking the league this season unless we sign Isak. We sign Isak, then you get me, you're all cooked. I'm going to be honest with you. We need a center forward, a winger, and a center back to finish it out, in my opinion. Yes, I did see Malik Fofana linked to Everton today, and I'm just like, do you really want to ruin it?
That was a random one, innit?
Yeah, like
considering the clubs he was linked to, that was random as hell.
Yeah, like Chelsea want you, Liverpool want, like so many players want you and get signed for fucking Everton. Have some shame. Big up to Jack. I like Jackie lad. Now, Sam, you missed the memo. We lost a friendly today, so we are awful and come 10th. Despite going 26 games undefeated with the worst squad, we are trash. You know, honestly, we have rattled the rivals so much that I had a City fan hate watch a preseason friendly. I haven't watched a single preseason game, by the way. I didn't watch one game of City in the Club World Cup. Arsenal played AC Milan. I didn't watch it. Arsenal playing Newcastle, I think today or tomorrow. I'm not even going to watch that. Since when do people care about preseason? But because we have rattled them so much with our transfer window, they're fully watching preseason games. Bro, I had like 1,000 people in the chat today when Milan scored the 4th goal, expecting me to lose my shit. Habibi, it's pre-season. Who cares? Like, you get me? It's about trying new shit. There's a preseason game where Soboslai played right back. You want me to take that shit serious? Anyway, Big Up Tomer says, Hazard more midfield. Ask Kroll was very different to Mo. Yes, it was different. And I do believe that Salah is better than Hazard. Listen, my opinion on that isn't going to change. I think it was way too consistent in terms of like delivering year in, year out. And actually, even Salah's ability has improved. But let's not go there. I don't want to debate that. Big up to all of you guys locked in as well. There's 800 people in the building. Let's get the likes up, chat. Every single one of you, hit the like button, subscribe. Guni's back. We're going to be talking about Chelsea as well. We're not even at 300 likes yet. Have some shame, chat. Have some shame. Anyway, let's talk Chelsea. You get me? World champs, Joao Pedro, etc., etc., etc. What's your feelings about your football club right now?
I mean, listen, I am off the back of this season that we just had. I've actually got something to smile about. It's nice to see some silverware. And it's also nice to see some unity amongst my fans after just years of just division. And you know, the ironic thing is, and you understand this, every fan base goes through it. It's like everyone's at each other's throats, but we just all want the same thing at the end. So this peaceful period is actually nice to have. I thought I'd say that. But in terms of the team, it does a lot for the team. It's a young squad, young mentality. They've been through, you know, difficult past couple of years. So winning a trophy is something that's definitely going to unify the team. It's going to give them a newfound confidence, especially in the manner that we've done it against PSG, current, you know, domestic and European champions, arguably the best team in the world, arguably, you know. So to be able to do that, great confidence boost for the team. We've had some exciting signings this summer, and the window's not closed. Hopefully we can get one or two more in. So it's definitely, it steps in the right direction, but in terms of, are we there for a title challenge? Absolutely not. I've been saying this year, and people have been looking at me like I'm absolutely crazy. I don't think we'll win the league. I think we'll comfortably get top four. I expect that. But do you know what? I think we do a lot better in the Champions League. I don't know why. I just think we're geared a lot more better for these competitions. Because one thing's for certain with Chelsea, and I think nobody can ever deny us of this, and we showed this. On our day, or on anyone's day, we can beat anybody. It doesn't matter who you are and what you've done. Whether you've done a domestic double or intercontinental, it doesn't matter what you've done. If we're on it, we can beat you on your day. And that's what gives me a little bit more confidence going into the European competitions like the Champions League than perhaps lifting the Premier League trophy at the end. It's just because of how...
By the way, just a quick bomb. I'm sorry to interrupt you, but it's Chelsea related. Al-Nassr are in advanced talks to sign Joao Felix and hijack Benfica's move. Understand Al-Nassr have sent permanent deal proposal to Chelsea and contract proposal to Joao. The agreement is close as final details are set to be discussed in the next 24 to 48 hours.
Yes, just get these. Listen, because do you know why I'm happy? Is because right now we're in a situation of we got to sell to buy. We got to sell to buy now. We spent money. So Felix going out means guaranteed another player is going to be coming in. So I just need to see more names going out the door. But so far, like I said, we have improved. The squad is better than what it was last season as it stands. But is it enough to push on for a Premier League title? I think there's still some way to go.
Why? Tell me, what's missing? Because you have... Do you have the best midfield in the league?
I believe so, yeah. In terms of personnel...
I agree with you. I think you have the best midfield in the league. Mm-hmm. Okay. Your forward line is a lot better.
Okay, go on. Yeah, it is.
Because now you've went. Let's speak factually here. You went from Jackson and Phil and Nkunku to now Pedro and Delap. I think you're going to sign Xavi Simons playing left-hand side, left wing. Your defense last season was the third strongest defense I think in the entirety of the league. You can see they're a lot better now. Like they literally stopped for PSG from scoring. As bad as Robert Sanchez is, he's been a lot better lately, like these last 6 months. Mm-hmm. He has been a lot better. Mm-hmm. Now, how can you say that you're not going to challenge? I'm not saying win, but challenge.
All right, so challenging for me means being there or thereabouts in March, late March, April. You are within touching distance of that Premier League. Will we be within touching distance in December, like we saw last season? I honestly believe so. But there's this one word that has plagued us as well: injuries. Can we keep these players fit? Because you see, the difference is theoretically on paper, yes, we should be challenging, but I have never seen my key players stay fit an entirety of the season. I've never seen it happen. Players like your Reece James, for me, he is key to this team. When you miss him, that defense is completely different. But just going forward, man. I mean, I'm still worried about
what's missing for you then to challenge? Forget to win, just to challenge.
Goalkeeper. I need an upgrade on that goalkeeper. I need at least one more centre back.
That's it. See, you don't need a lot.
And to be fair, I think I need one. I need. It's gonna sound mad, but I need another left winger. And you know why I say I need the left winger? It's because it's to do with profile. We've only got one left winger that holds width naturally, and that is Gittins. Gittins is the only one. So if he's
too young,
right? So from that perspective, and even if he gets injured, from a tactical perspective, it's a bit mad because I'll tell you why. Cucurella, what's his best attributes? He's known for inverting. So if he was one of our best players, arguably, some people would say he was our best player last season. I don't want to take him away from doing what he was doing best, which is inverting. And if Gittins is injured, he's going to have to hold width sometimes. I'm not going to want him to do that. I would rather somebody else who is natural at doing that can occupy that position so it doesn't have to affect Cucurella so much because of the way we play. He's a huge part of how we play. So just from a tactical perspective, I would like to see a natural touchline winger come into Chelsea. I don't want it to be Garnacho before people say, oh, he's going to say he wants Garnacho. No, that's not the profile that I want. I mean, it is the profile, but it's not the player that I want. If I could choose, it would have been someone like an Anthony Gordon, or it would have been there was that boy over there at Betis who looked good as well. What's his name? But he just, I think it's Rodriguez or something, young player. But that's the kind of profile that I would have gone for. Do you know what I mean? So that's what I would have added.
You could have had Mike Maignan as well. What do you think of that whole thing not working out on Mike Maignan?
I think it was I smelt a bit of penny pinching and opportunism. And do you know why I'm gonna tell you that? Because I think the opportunism side comes with the fact that his contract runs out next summer. And if he doesn't sign anything by January, I think he's allowed to go on a Bosman. And you already know, Chelsea, we are an opportunistic club. Where there's opportunity, when there's opportunities like that, we are going to try and take those. And if it pulls off, it looks great from a business perspective. But the problem is us fans, we don't care too much about business. We care about winning now. That's what we want. So Maignan, I was a little disappointed not signing him. But I also want to emphasize this. The Mike Maignan everybody thinks that they're going to get is not the Mike Maignan that we would have actually got. Because from what I've seen of him, I don't think he's been the same over the past couple seasons. I don't. Is he a step up to Sanchez? Absolutely. 100%. 100%. But as long as we get another keeper, I wouldn't be completely against not getting him. I wouldn't be completely pissed.
The thing is with this whole goalkeeper situation, I get why you would say you would need a goalkeeper to win the league. I don't think you need a keeper to challenge, though. I think this is how I look at it, right? Look, I said Arsenal are going to win the league 2 years in a row. So I'm done backing a losing horse. I'm not an idiot to say twice that something is to predict the same loser club to win. I cannot do this. I said, because City are managed by Pep Guardiola, I cannot disrespect, because me and you both know who that bald bastard is. You get him pissed off too much.
Yeah, you can never write him off. You just can't.
Never write him off. He's just on it. Like, if there's anyone to find the solution, it's bloody Pep, right?
100%.
I said with Chelsea, they don't worry me, but I'm side-eyeing them. I said I'm looking at Chelsea with a side eye. Like I'm like, you know, when you're driving and you look at the mirror just to make sure that the person behind you isn't too close. You know, like that's how I'm looking at Chelsea right now. I wouldn't say Chelsea are putting me in a position where I'm like, oh shit, Chelsea are like that. But I do consider Chelsea some form of threat. Now, you know how like when you're, you know, watching an animal documentary, a fox is a threat, but it's not as much as a threat as the lion, but it's still a fox, you know? Like you could probably you wouldn't get killed by the fox, but it can still bite
But
the
it can
shit out
still
of
do
you.
you some damage. But you know
Yeah,
why?
so that's how I look at Chelsea right now.
But you know why I can understand and respect that is because there's also an unknown element with Chelsea as well. There's still a lot to see because I'm pretty sure, like for example, if it's one of them situations, if we did finish within 2 points of the title, you wouldn't be surprised. Or if we did finish just scraping top 4, you wouldn't be surprised. Either result wouldn't surprise you. So it's a bit of a weird one with Chelsea.
But at the same time, if you win the Champions League, it wouldn't surprise me.
It wouldn't surprise exactly, bro. So it's a weird one. It's a weird one with Chelsea because there's still more to see. There's still more to see over these next several weeks. Because you see when we recruit aggressively. Because it's like you said, this front three that we're gonna go into next season is gonna be pretty much all new faces. The only really consistent one we're going to see there is Cole Palmer. You're going to have João Pedro. You're going to have the Xavi guy. Potentially, you could even have Esteval starting. That's a completely different 3 out of 4 in the attack. So there's still periods of, you know, what can Chelsea do here or whatever. So like, you know, so I get it. I understand where you're coming from. But at the same time, definitely don't sleep on Chelsea. Do not sleep on us.
I'll ask you a question actually about the whole Champions League thing. Big up to Grey Wolf, first of all. Thank you so much for the super chat, brother. It says, unpopular, but I actually believe there is only 3 big clubs in England. Liverpool, Man United, and Chelsea. All these clubs have European world heritage. You agree with that?
Listen, anything that will disparage Arsenal Football Club, I fully agree with. You see, Husam, you have met your match. Yeah, in terms of, I know how you feel about Manchester United and I respect it. I feel the same way about Arsenal. I despise that club so much. I hate that club. You can say rent-free. I don't care. I don't care because I enjoy hating on Arsenal. It actually makes me happy. It does. I swear it down. I tweet it. I write it in my timeline. You see me, Husam, I admit things that a lot of people don't admit. And I'm telling you, to hate on Arsenal is a pleasure for me. Whenever they do badly, I love it. It makes me happy. Yeah, do you know what? I'll confess this, people. I switch on my TV every time Arsenal play. But if they score first, I switch it off. That's me. I am new. I'm not new to this. I am true to this, people. Yeah, the hate game is strong. I hate till my hair follicles came out, bruv. Yeah, come on.
Were you a bit worried when Rice scored those 2 free kicks against Madrid? Be honest.
And they were going to win the Champions League. Nope.
Yes.
Nope.
You were.
I was still go on my timeline. I was still shit talking. I was even saying they weren't world-class free kicks, bro. You don't understand the level of hate I've got for this club, bro. Yeah?
You called Rice free kicks not world-class.
I know they were world-class free kicks, but I just didn't want to say. Listen, it's like that.
Oh my god, bro. Wait, so do you hate Arsenal more than Spurs?
Who? No, it's equal, but you know what it is with Arsenal? It's just that.
No, I'm not gonna let you get away with this. Champions League final, Spurs versus Arsenal. Who you backing? Who you want to win?
Fucking hell, bro.
Because if you ask me, Everton versus Man United, let's go Everton. No problem. I say it,
bro. But what you are asking me is so diabolical right now, bro. It is so bad. It is so bad because I hate both clubs so much. But because, all right, cool. I'm gonna say
Tottenham. Hate more.
It's got to be Arsenal from a personal. I know the right answer would be Tottenham 100%. But the reason why I hate Arsenal that bit more, being honest, is because they're more of a direct threat to us than what Tottenham are. Respectfully. Yeah, the one Europa League in 20-something years ain't scaring nobody.
I
Yeah?
was singing "Oh When the Spurs Go Marching In" when they beat Man United in that final. Let me tell you right now, this channel was singing Spurs songs, brother.
I was furious. I ain't gonna lie to you. I was absolutely furious with that. I didn't want to see them get European football. Look what happened. They end up getting Kudus now. You see what Manchester United went and did? You see what
Shiver me timbers, they got Kudus, bro. No one can take Spurs.
I wanted. I'm not gonna lie. I wanted him at my club, but whatever. He showed.
You actually have been talking about him for a while now, like from even long time ago when we first started speaking.
Oh yeah.
About Kudus. So that's a player definitely you've kept your eye on. Guys, let's get to 300 likes. We're not even at 300 likes yet. Come on, there's 800 people in here. Let's get the likes up. So here's the point I wanted to bring up because you of course you spoke about the whole Champions League thing. Statistically, since you last won the league, Chelsea haven't even cracked 80 points yet. Chelsea have not even gotten 80 points since you won the league.
It's disgraceful, man.
But in that time, you have won a Champions League, a Club World Cup, and multiple different club competitions, and gotten to the final of plenty of them. Of course, we know who you lost to 3 times in a row. But is it fair to say now that Chelsea are more of a cup team?
I think that's what I was alluding to at first when I was talking about the Champions League. Yeah, I think we're better set up for the cups at the moment. I think what I need to see.
Why is that? Why?
Because the league requires consistency, bro. And the thing is when you look at Liverpool, why you can say they've got consistency is because you've seen it and this yielded results. Manchester City, why can you say that? They didn't win it this season, but they've got players in that squad who have recently won this trophy. So they understand about the consistency that it takes to win the trophy. They know what it's like to be in a title race. You know what I mean? So those two teams will always be favorites for me. But then when it comes to us, look, at some point, without experience, you do break the barrier. We do have the potential to be able to get there. But like, I cannot definitively tell you that we're going to do it now. I can't. Especially when you've got two teams.
What's stopping you from getting that consistency then? Because it's not just a manager thing. You can't just sit up here and say Poch stacks because it's Poch, it's Tuchel, it's everyone.
It's
since Conte, basically.
Well, we haven't. Stability's been one thing, if you want to call it that. You know, stability's been one thing. We've had different managers here and there, especially under this ownership. I will say that. Again, I think it's to do with a lack of personnel in the squad that have actually been there and done it in terms of league win. I think that's also very important. And I just think the key areas, that spine is, in my honest opinion, not strong enough to challenge. We need to that goalkeeper position and an extra centre back. That's what we need. We need that. Until I can't look beyond that, because the majority of title teams, except possibly Leicester City, have always won the Prem with elite goalkeepers. For us, the last goalkeeper we had when we won
you could even say Schmeichel had an unbelievable season that year too.
Well, yeah, that's what I'm saying. But usually you wouldn't put him in that elite category.
Yeah, no one's putting him in those conversations.
But in terms of performances, you can say he was at bare minimum world class that season. You can say he had a world class season, right? Yeah. So, look, last time we won it, Courtois was in goal. The time before we won that, Peter Cech. For you, last time, Alisson's your main goalkeeper. Manchester City, Edison. Manchester United in them times, Van der Sar, Peter Schmeichel, so on and so forth. These names that I'm bringing up at in their era, those were arguably top 5 goalkeepers in the world, comfortably. And I will not detract from that. I believe that's one position that you can never compromise on. And I've said that from the beginning, ever since I've jumped on YouTube. I've said the one position you never ever compromise with, 2 actually, your goalkeeper and your striker. You buy whatever's to the best of your ability and to your budget in those positions. You do not compromise. Sanchez, can I give him that trust? Over 38 games, Husam? I don't know. But can I do it over a cup competition? Possibly. Because now we're looking at the rule of probability. Because the more you expose him, the more you expose the room for error. And we know he's an error-prone goalkeeper. But the less you expose him in a competition where you could be playing, 6, 7, 8 games or whatever before you win the trophy, that's different. It's minimum exposure. Now you're relying on beating the team on its day once you get to that knockout stage. It's beating your man on his day, and we can do that. So that's why it's set up slightly different when it comes to cup competitions. You get me?
I hear you, of course. Because like Allison changed my life when it comes to like having a lead goalkeeper, like compared to Karius before him. Because people don't know this, but actually Karius wasn't even that bad until he messed up in the final. But during the season, he was all right. Like he wasn't shit and he wasn't amazing. But Allison had that like next level. The thing is with elite level goalkeepers, the following, and I always reference this game. Liverpool were 1-0 up against Brighton, totally dominant, totally in control. And Brighton's first shot on target was like in the 85th minute, and Alisson saved it. Sometimes being a goalkeeper for a team that's dominant, that wants to win, some might argue is even more difficult because you have to concentrate for the whole game, and you might have to save like 1 or 2 shots the whole game. And you have to be there. You have to be ready. Now, the thing is about Sanchez, look, he's saved Chelsea a couple of times this season, but he's also cost Chelsea a couple of times this season. We have to be honest about it. So a lot of both things can be true as well. I do think I'm a bit more, let's say, wary of Chelsea in the league a little bit more than maybe Guni is. Like there is a school of thought that suggests that perhaps Chelsea could finish even above Arsenal. Now, do I think Chelsea can win the league? Not yet, because I think you have to develop that consistency as well. That's another thing. Like before you win, you have to challenge. Before you get it, before you can win, you have to challenge first. You have 100%. To do that first. 100%. So I think Chelsea can challenge and perhaps maybe fall off February, March time. That's what I'll say. Maybe February, March, something around that.
Do you know what I will say, Husam? Yeah, is if you ask me, do you think Chelsea could finish above Arsenal this season? I could actually. I feel like we could. I actually feel like we could. I genuinely feel with chest that we could. Although it's a premature thing to say for everybody because the transfer window is not closed. I don't like to make predictions until the window's closed because you don't have certainty until that window shut. But I do feel that we can finish above them. I do feel we can do it. That would be, to you, it might be challenging. Could be challenging. Could be within 3 points, 4 points within Liverpool or whoever it is that's winning the league. Or it could be that whoever's first has run away with it, 11 points clear or whatever points clear, So let's see.
Thing is, like, obviously Arsenal fans wouldn't like to hear it now, of course, but I don't think it's that much of a crazy take. Have you been impressed with the job that Maresca has done so far for your football club?
The final quarter of this season, yes. Before then, I definitely wanted him sacked. Even during that period, I still wanted him sacked.
Mm-hmm.
Because for me, there was things that were so glaring from a tactical standpoint that it just couldn't be defended. Because when you're starting to see, this is one thing, yeah, is when regular people like myself, yourself, or whoever watches football can see what the issues are, but the manager can't, it becomes untenable for me. And that's what was happening from a tactical standpoint. There would be things that he would be doing in terms of playing personnel in certain positions that made absolutely no sense. And I feel like it cost us points and it's cost us results. Mm-hmm. So I wanted to see him cut that out. And then we started to see an improvement and even further improvement in that defense. Oh, sorry, not the defense, in that midfield. Because for what we had in that midfield, I felt sometimes we're a little bit too exposed. I felt sometimes Caicedo was a little too isolated. Sometimes, or Lavia was a little too isolated.
£150 million tackler. Well done.
But he got it right. He was able to plug them holes. Pause, if that's what we have to do in here. You get me? He was able to do that. He was able to carry us through a cup competition. And you see the thing is Maresca, for me to keep his job, he had to do what was set out at the beginning of the season. And that was to win that conference cup and to get Champions League football. Based on that,
to be fair.
Based on that principle, Based on that principle, he deserves a second chance. Based on that principle. That's why I want to give him that principle. Do I, Guni, feel that this man can take us to the promised land? As of now, no. Do I believe he can prove me wrong? Absolutely, I do. Am I willing to keep
So
him in the
where
position?
does that lack of belief come from then? Tell me.
Because he's not done it before. He's
Mhm.
done it with Leicester. I mean, winning the championship is a completely different thing to winning the Premier League. You're going up against the best managers in the world in this league. You're going up against Pep Guardiola. You're going up against Slot, who won the Premier League his first season coming through. That's something special. Do you know what I mean? And then you've got others around you that are hungry. This is not an easy league. And then on top of that, you've got a balanced Champions League football as well. Yeah, that's a competition that you don't have much experience in yourself. Then you've got to manage the FA Cup, and then you've got to manage all the expectations that come with that. You're not a manager that's experienced with serial winning in terms of yourself. Yes, you've seen it. You've been with Pep Guardiola, you've been his right-hand man or whatever, but it's not the same as being the man and managing that expectation. It's not the same. Am I saying he can't do it? That's not what I'm saying. But it's a big, big tall order. And especially, even from manager aside, look at the squad. The squad is relatively inexperienced. It's got quality in there, 100%. It's learning as it's going along, and it's developing in the right trajectory. But is it ready to challenge now? No. There's a lot that these boys need to learn, and there's still more that needs to be added into this squad.
I'm listening to you right now, and I think you're not 100% convinced by Maresca yet.
But Maresca,
yes,
no, until we. I mean,
so wait. I have to ask you the question. You said the expectation at the start of the season was top 4 in Conference League. He done that, and as well won the Club World Cup. So what's not
Champions League and Conference, and he exceeded that because he actually got top
4.
And
he won the Club World Cup.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, so he exceeded that. Fair enough. But again, Husam, you're talking about a competition that requires you to be the best over 38 games. It's not the same as a cup competition. It's not. I
agree with you, but he accomplished what you asked for.
Oh yes. So look. He accomplished more than what I thought he could achieve himself. 100%. I didn't think he would go on and win the Club World Cup at the beginning of the competition. I'll be 100% real with you. I didn't think that it would happen. But he went on and did that. So does he deserve the opportunity to take a shot at the Premier League? 100%. Do I think he can get there? With all things considered, himself and the squad as well, I don't think it's this season. No.
So what's your expectations for next season then? What does Maresca need to do with this Chelsea sign?
He definitely, bare minimum, I need to see an FA Cup at home, specifically an FA Cup. I need that cup. I don't need, listen, Carabao will be great, but I need an FA Cup bare minimum. Champions League, not winning the trophy, but I want to see us get into bare minimum quarters. Because depending on who you draw in the quarters, you never
if you get knocked out by Real Madrid 1-0 on aggregate,
that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying, and we could, So I want to see a good run in the Champions League, and depending on how this window closes, if we do not win the league, we have to be within 5 points. Depending on how the window closes, if you do bring me a top level goalkeeper, that's going to be an expectation. No if, buts, or maybes. If the rumors are true that we are trying to speak to Donnarumma, I don't have much faith in it. Yeah, but if they are true and we do sign somebody of that caliber, minimum 5 points in that Premier League. Minimum. If you're not winning it, you have to be breathing down the winner's neck.
There's a Chelsea fan calling you out on the chat. He's like, let me get this straight. He can't do it because he hasn't before. You have to start from somewhere. This is his second season.
But that's what I said. No, but that's what I said. It's like, that's the reason why I don't think that's one of the reasons why I don't think he'll do it. Because I'm more of a show and prove kind of guy. If I see it, I'll believe it. So there's that. Because I've seen Pep do it more than once. I've seen Slot do it in his first season. Yeah. I'm not saying he can't do it, but I'm saying it's not going to be easy. By no means is it going to be easy at all.
Okay, fair enough. I hear what you're saying. I definitely don't think it's going to be easy, specifically given who Liverpool are signing and what we're doing. That's the thing as well.
I'm trying to say. And when you look at the quality of the squad as well, bro, we've got some strengthening that we need to do. But that's why
if you finish like third or fourth comfortably, so it's not a top 4 race, you get to a quarter or semi of the Champions League, dependent on where, like, who you draw as well. Like I said, you lose 2-1 to Madrid on aggregate, it's not that deep, you know. And then
I'd still be disappointed. I'm not gonna lie. You see, if we played Real Madrid now as they stand, I'd be pissed off if we went out today. I'd be vexed. I'm not gonna lie to you. I would. I'd be vexed.
Why would you be vexed to lose to Real Madrid?
Because this Real Madrid team is nowhere near as good as this PSG team right now, or playing anywhere close to that. It's not, and we were able to.
Yeah, but I think PSG beaten Chelsea over 2 legs,
and I feel, and I also, and just generally, I also feel like in terms of cohesion and how our squads are playing, I just feel like we've got the advantage. I just feel we'll do better at this moment in time. I really do. I really do.
Fairs, I hear you. Yo, only 2 of Jokeres' 39 goals were against top half. Yo, there's so many people that think Jokeres might like flop in the league.
I don't think he will.
Yeah, I think he's a good striker. I can't even lie to you.
And I watched him. I actually watched him when he was at Coventry. Because my stepdad, like I said, my stepdad has been a season ticket holder for them for over 50 years. So Coventry is a team that I'm very familiar with. Yeah, and if there's any Coventry fans that want to ask me questions, yeah, I know. Yeah, I remember when Newman had to suffer with man like Kevin Kyle up front. I remember them days there. It was dark. Yeah, trust me. So that season that it was Jokeres had Gustavo Harmer as well. That partnership was for me, it was the best in the championship that season. Fantastic. I was a little bit disappointed that Harmer ended up going to Sheffield Wednesday. I felt like he should have got a much better club than what he did. And Jokeres, obviously, you can see he went on to do amazing things at a higher level. So I'm not really, I mean, the volume of goals that he got over there in Portugal was surprising. But in terms of that level of quality, if you had watched him in the championship and you watched him play, it wouldn't be that surprising. It's not that surprising. He's turned out to be the level of player that he is, because he was definitely outstanding when he was there. That's for sure.
I hear you. So give me current prediction, top 5 as things stand right now.
With the current teams as they stand today?
As they stand today, no changes.
Okay, cool. So Liverpool, Manchester City, Arsenal, Chelsea. As the teams come, because remember, as of today, Jokeres is over the line for Arsenal.
Yes, of course.
Yeah,
of course.
But again, like I think with the additions that we should be adding into the squad, I think we can leapfrog Arsenal 100%. But remember, Husam asked as it stands right now.
Yeah, as it stands today, 27th July 2025. Like, literally as it stands today.
So that's what I think. Even, and you know what? I think even the Man City Arsenal thing might be a debatable, because you see the principle of the Man City Arsenal thing is 2 things. Is this guy here, you already know, and then the fact that this guy here is Mr. This guy here in terms of his, you know what he's done.
Yes,
his cabinet is as shiny as this. You know what I mean? Yeah. So you can never write something like that off. So that's why I have him second. But even still, it's a debatable. You know, it's a debatable as things currently stand right now. It's a debatable 100%.
I hear you. Anyway, listen, guys, let's wrap up the stream here. I really enjoyed this conversation. I think time flew by. This was a great debate. This was a great talk today. You get me?
Hold on.
Yeah.
Wavy Nash. The chest wasn't there right now because he asked right now. But I promise you, when this window is closed, this chest here is gonna be out there. Yeah, don't worry. We are good. Yeah, I have faith in this window. I think we're definitely gonna make some massive improvements. Don't you worry. I'm excited with the season coming up. I'm excited, man. So yeah, Husam asked me at the end of this
because we're gonna do number 21 this season.
Good chance that you will. But Husam, promise me right now in front of all of the people in the comments that when the window is closed, we're gonna do another stream.
Yes, 100%. Or even maybe like transfer window last day or something. We might do something 100%.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So we're gonna get Guni inshallah on the channel to talk, tell us his opinion now that the transfer window is closed. The thing is, why I feel like that's a little bit cheating though. I'll tell you why I feel this is cheating. Even though objectively, you need to know who plays for your club next season. So I understand why you say that prediction. My only thing is like you would have also watched 3 games. That's the thing. Like keep that in mind because the transfer window. I remember when they edited it and they made it close mid-August. Now it closes end of August, just like all the other country. You get me? So
that's true. But then that's 9. That's 9 points. I was gonna say what's 9 points in the bigger scale of things, but we've seen what it is in the title.
oh, 9 points is a big difference. Trust me.
Yeah, I'm not gonna make that mistake. So
yeah.
No,
the thing is with your club, you do like to do a bit of business in August as well. So I hear why you said that. Anyway, guys, look, Guni Twitter is in the description. Man No Football, not knows, no. Man No Football. Abdi has posted it. I also have it in the description. Just copy paste it and go follow him over there on Twitter. Thank you so much, Guni. I appreciate it. This was very enjoyable. Big up to you for joining as always. And from the people live right now, let's redirect to Saeed. He's doing Man United West Ham watch long. You get me? Go over there and tell him Husam raid. We need to raid him so he cries even more this season when we get number 21. Big up to Yasser. That's his Twitter. If you're in the live chat right now, click on the link. Go over there and follow him as well. So anyway, see you guys over on Saeed TV, inshallah. Husam raid in the chat. And I'm going to be back tomorrow, inshallah. Peace out.
Up the Chelsea.